A record-breaking night in Karachi, a total of 246, largely thanks to this man, Kusal Mendes, with 109 off 52 deliveries. An incredible moment and a record win. 159 runs after they were sent into bat, would you believe it, by the Karachi Kings. Welcome to our post-match show. I'm Nerily Meadows, Dominic Cork alongside me, but also Amir Jamal from Peshawar Zalmi. Congratulations on the win.
Well, thank you so much.
A double-header day today. When you got to the ground and you saw that the defending champions were all out for 100, did you think that you'd put 250 on the board in the second game?
Well, it was totally different for us. When we came into the ground and we saw them batting and they got out on 100 and we were just surprised. And then we sat down and when coaches, Otis and us all of together and we discussed, we just play normal cricket and we were not supposed to go that far, but we were just hoping to score 160, 70 around. I think that's the winning total on this round as well. But the way Kusal Mendes and Babar, that was amazing, I think. 191
run partnership. Talk us through your view of what you saw unfold out there by two international guns.
I think Kusal is the batsman when he gets going, so he just gets going. And the way he batted today with command against the spinners and against the fast bowler as well, I think he was picking up the length very early. He was picking up the slow ones very nicely. And same as when you got two very experienced, when Babar was going, when especially, that's his specialty. We would love to watch him playing like that. And I think when heat start gets going, the way he done today, that was, I think, brilliant.
It was a sensational partnership, which was just great to watch. And, you know, we were up there watching it just unfold, and we could just see the surface that we looked at when I did the pitch report. It looked like it was going to be an absolute belter. Greg Blewett did it before the Lahore game and thought there's a bit of grass on it. This is going to help the batters and the bowlers. It's that sort of wicket. Can I ask you about? I know we're talking about today. Can I ask you about last night? A game where you looked like you were going to really romp to victory, and then all of a sudden it just got a little bit nippy right at the end, and you thought, wow, you know. But you get over that line. What was said last night? Because sometimes those wins help more than these wins. What was said by Otis? What was said by Babar?
I think last night games was a little bit different from tonight's. If we look at the pitch, that was on the slow side, and especially on such tracks, whenever the batsmen get set, they need to finish it off the game. Just don't leave it for the rest of the teams. I think we were pretty positive about it because we at the end when. I think I should give credit to the bowlers. They bowled really well at the end. And we spoke, and Otis has been brilliant about all those things. He covers everything. And that's what he said when someone gets settled about on the pitch, such kind of pitches. So they need to finish it off the game. And it's not about not leaving to the others, but because it wasn't that easy for the others. Whoever comes in now and just you can't hit sixes straight away because the ball were reversing, staying low as well. So we were pretty positive about that then.
Iftikhar's still young. We always like these young bowlers. He's got 7 wickets in 2 days. He's opening the bowling in power play. Is he back in the Pakistan side soon?
I hope he does.
But he's been brilliant. On a serious note, brilliant that a senior player can start off because it's not easy.
Yeah, obviously. I think with his experience, he read the conditions very well. He's been he's been playing since the start of the PSL, so he knows each and every conditions. So I think he's been brilliant with the ball, and he's been, especially when it comes to the bat at the last overs, he's outstanding.
We've got these highlights here. Altogether, figures of 7 for 30 across those 2 games. 6 of those wickets came in the power play. Incredible stuff, there's no doubt about it. You've got McKeem as well tonight, 3 for 18. Nahid Runner, 3 for 7. But another milestone in a game of numbers. Babar Azam, 12,000 T20 runs. That's a lot of runs, isn't it? What makes him so special when you get to see him up close?
I think most of the youngsters look up to him as a batsman, and he's been an inspiration for the youngsters. The way he plays, and I think that's from the start of his career, the way he dominates. I think what I believe, being an international cricketer, whenever you come to the domestic, you have to dominate all those, like these fixtures, because you are an international star and you've been #1 T20 batters at international stages, and these kind of, I think, tournaments, they should have been dominating the way he's been dominating now.
4 games in 6 days, 5 games in 8 days. How are you navigating this little period?
Well, this is how it is, but being a professional, we need to be very flexible about these things. I think these are things which we can't control. And as a team...
And a win by 159 runs just makes these legs just a little bit more looser, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Come off with a smile on your face and you're ready to go again.
Yep, I don't mind because I have been playing a lot cricket. I love playing red ball, and I've played 17 4-day games in this season. So T20, yes, you need extra energy and extra strength for the T20 because you give everything on every ball. But I don't mind if it's 4 games in a row.
One more question, sorry, Nerali.
Go for it.
Coming from Lahore to here, as a bowler, have you done anything differently? Have the bowlers done anything differently? Have they talked about lengths or what to do differently? Because they're 2 different types of wickets.
Yeah, we sat down every time before start of the game, and Otis and Azam Mahmood, we spoke about the plans against the batsmen, and we always spoke about the plan A, which is in every cricket, when you go at the plan A, it's a hard length on any kind of surface. If it's not working, then we go for the plan B. But mostly, I think we have been succeeded on the plan A most of the time, if we can see tonight's game as well. So the difference between them's and ours, that was, I think, line and length. I still believe this pitch is really good for the batting as well. But when you have got 240 plus on the board, you have to go for everything. And that's where you lose wickets.
Amir, just finally, just on you personally, where are you at in your career? What are your dreams, your goals, your aspirations? How are you sitting at the moment?
I've been injured in last 1 year, that's what I would say. And obviously, my always plans and my always dreaming about to play for Pakistan. And coming back to the side, either it's a test side, it's a one-day side, whatever that is, whatever the selectors thinks about me, and whatever they think, wherever I fit, in which format. So, alhamdulillah, I am 100% fit now, 100% bowling with the rhythm and pace, and I think I am ready for any kind of challenges now.
Has it been a tough time, and how important is this HBL PSL to get things back on track, get the rhythm going again?
Yeah, it's been very tough for me because I've never got injured in my whole career. So that was first ever injury, and being out from the team, which is more hurting that from the injury. But yes, I'm looking up to the PSL to just perform. If it's sometimes you got runs with the bats, sometimes you got wickets. So being all-rounder, it's not a very easy job for me. So in some matches you do well with the bats, and some in matches you do well with the ball as well. So that's how it works.
An all-rounder even here in the studio post-match. Thank you so much, Amir Jamal, for joining us, and congratulations. Back-to-back wins in 24 hours, basically.
Easy
Happy
work
days.
for them, isn't it? Easy work.
Beautiful. Well, don't go anywhere, because after this short break, we're going to discuss this huge record-breaking win and take a look at some more of those record numbers after this break. All out for 87, a 159-run loss. The Karachi Kings may have started their HBL PSL with 3 wins from 3 games, but they have been demolished, dismantled tonight. JP Duminy joins us now. How bad was that performance from Karachi?
Well, the way you described it, I think that pretty much sums it up. You know, it's an interesting one with, as you mentioned there, 3 wins back-to-back. Riding on high confidence, having a long extended break, coming back from that break, having that sort of performance. You know, what is the conversation in the change room? Do you look at it as like, all right, boys, we take the learnings, yes, but we don't want to mull over too much. They've got 2 days before they play their next game. They are playing the Hyderabad Kingsmen, so you'd feel pretty confident going into that one. They haven't got it a win yet. But I think that's the important thing. Corky made an interesting point around what do you do when you have as many days off? And, you know, do you dismantle the environment when guys go off to different places? I would say that I think there's a period where you can have some time off, but then you need to be able to regroup. Now, I don't know what has happened inside the change room there, but they certainly need to find their sort of rhythm, find their environment again, make sure that there's connections. We know that David Warner obviously came off the plane just a few hours before we needed to play. Does that disrupt the group? Those are always interesting dynamics. But I think there's enough experience in there to say, right, boys, we just need to let that one go. We take the learnings and we go again in 2 days' time.
We go back to the positives. Our player of the match, Kusal Mendes. (109 off 52), strike rate of 209.6. Corky, you're enjoying watching these highlights.
I just think the way that he played, he set it up beautifully. He just waited, picked his time. He went after the spinners, just classic shots down the ground. You know, 4 sixes, just was sensational throughout. First 100 away from Sri Lanka.
A total of 246 is what they posted. Abdul Samad at the end there, just smashing sixes all over the park. 40 not out off 12. Rolls like that just take you from 200 odd to a massive 246.
Yeah, and there's no surprise why they ended up with scoring the highest runs in PSL history. It was an extraordinary innings. You know, just from ball one, he showed his intent and more importantly, executed. He had almost an idea of every sort of tactic that they were going to try and throw at him. And whenever he was given that, he literally just threw the kitchen sink at it and executed. It was a real joy to watch and a real confidence booster for that lineup in that middle order.
Well, we've been talking a lot about spin, but we need to take note of our fastest delivery because it's not just of tonight, not just of today, but it's of the entire tournament thus far. Nahid Rana, 151 kilometres an hour, just going along with his 3 for 7 for the night, if you don't mind. He was impressive, Corky.
Yeah, I think what you want a bowler to come in and on any surface, whether it's a slow one like last night or a quicker one today with a bit of grass on it. And I think Amir Jamal said exactly the same. I asked him, what have you been talking about once you move from Lahore to Karachi? He said, nothing different. It's a hard length. It's hitting the top of the stumps. It's bowling straight. It's bowling with a bit of pace, a bit of aggression. And he did that. He was excellent. And I think he's one of those bowlers, you keep an eye out for him going a little bit further and playing for Pakistan.
It's been a numbers game tonight, hasn't it? Let's check out our stats game. Let's look at the records, shall we? The highest total in Karachi, 246. The biggest partnership, 191 runs by Babar and Mendes. Mendes, the first Sri Lankan to score 100 in the HBL PSL. The fastest century for Zalmi, 48 balls. The biggest win in terms of runs, 159. The lowest total in Karachi, all out for 87. A record-breaking night.
I just want to pick up on that. But 87, isn't that one of the Australians' unlucky numbers as well? So it's not
Oh, you had
just wanted to throw
what
that one in
happened
there.
over the summer, Corky? What happened over the summer?
Well, I think we beat...
It rained.
Yeah, it rained, yeah. But what a great night for the Zalmi. Serious great night for the Zalmi. Babar Azam, all those people who doubted you. Let's go back to that first game when we were sitting here saying, no one doubted you in here. No one doubted you. We knew the class player he was. Kusal Mendes, excellent. Great game of cricket for the Zalmi. For Karachi Kings, soul searching. That's what there is.
He moved on quickly when I called him up.
Didn't happen, the Ashes. Anyway, move on.
Tomorrow night we've got another big game here in Karachi. It is Quetta taking on the Pindies. Both of these teams really need to get a win. Make sure you tune in. The match starts 7 p.m. Coverage starts 6 p.m. local. And you know what? After tonight, who knows? And even today with the double header, all out for 100, then all of a sudden we've got 246 for 3. Absolutely anything can happen in the HBL PSL.
Yeah, it's a contrasting day, isn't it? You've had the highest and lowest scores, not only in the history, but also at this venue. So all to watch out for here in Karachi. As you mentioned there, you know, all to play for those two teams as well.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for your coverage today, and thank you for tuning in. We'll see you again tomorrow.
छा गए